sketch the graph of the curve of the graph كاتب الجراف of the curve f of x equals x power of 3 minus 6x power of 2 plus 12x minus 5. تحس ان كل المسائل قريبه من بعض. طيب هنشوف نعمل سكتشنج للجراف ده. First you have to find f dash of x which is 3x squared, يعني try to solve with me, minus 12x plus 12, okay, and factorize at f of x, f dash of x equals 0 when 3x squared minus 12x plus 12 equals 0, divide by 3, it will be x power of 2 minus 4x plus 4 equals 0, مش كده؟ So x minus 2 and x minus 2 equals 0. Then x equals 2. تمام الكلام ده؟ يبقى x equal to is critical number. To find its critical point هتجيب f of 2 from the original function. يبقى 8 minus 6 times 4 is 24 plus 24. تبقى 8. تروح مع دي تبقى 8. Positive.
مستر لسه في ناقص minus 5.
minus 5 احنا عملنا derivatives. minus 5 مشت نعمل فيها ايه؟ derivatives.
مستر مش في الاوريجينال فانكشن، مش في الاف.
بجد احنا ما عوضناش عنها، قصدك في الديريفيتيف ولا في دي؟
مش احنا المفروض بنعوض فوق خالص؟
كلامك صح. راجع تاني دي، ادي 8 minus 6 times 4 24، ما هو صح اهو، بلس 24 minus ال 5 24 minus ال 5 يعني هيطلع 3، يعني بوزيتيف برضه، مش كده ولا ايه؟ يعني الكريتيكال نمبر هنا هتبقى النمبر ده 2، وبعد كده تبقى البوينت نفسها تبقى كام؟ هنا هنعمل جراف بعدين، تبقى 2 and 3. This is the critical A point. هات نمبر قبليها which is 0. حط الاكس بزيرو هتبقى بوزيتيف. حط الاكس ب 3، جرب كده، 3 باور اوف 2 9 بلس 4 13 ماينس 4 تايم 3، يعني برضه تبقى بوزيتيف. يعني الفانكشن دي على طول انكريزنج، مش كده ولا ايه؟ يبقى at x equals 2 قبليها بوزيتيف وبعديها بوزيتيف، يبقى this function is increasing. اوكي؟ طيب نشوف ال f double dash of x. f double dash of x equals اعمل الديريفيتيف ده يبقى 6x minus 12، سواء بزيرو يبقى 6x minus 12 equals 0. then divide by 6 يبقى x minus 2 equals 0. هي x equals 2 عشان هي increasing على طول. هل البوينت دي فيها inflection point ولا هنشوف؟ بصوا كده معايا، هنجيب f of 0 for example. f of 0 دي 0 صح كده ولا ايه؟ f power x equals 2. اوكي، هنجيب f double dash of any number less than 2 which is 0، تطلع نيجاتيف 12 يعني concave down يعني ليها ماكسيمم اذا كانت. واجيب f double dash of 3 equals 18 minus ده يبقى positive 6 يعني concave up. يعني معنى كده at x equals 2 function قبلها تبقى concave down وتبقى بعدها concave up، يبقى دي inflection point أو ده inflection point هتبقى 2 and جبناها قبل كده 2 and كام and 3 مش كده from the original function. 3 times 4 12 plus 12 24. اتأكدوا كده من دي، فين هي الفانكشن؟ من دي كده، من دي f of 2 which is 8 minus 24 plus 20 3 plus 24 minus 5 equal 3.
مستر هي ازاي critical هي نفسها الانفليكشن؟ انا مش فاهمة.
لان هي ماشيه لبوينت هي الانفليكشن بس مفيش مشكله، هي عندها تحول، نقطه تحول عندها.
يعني دي مش critical point؟
دي كريتيكال بوينت عندها نقطه تحول. كريتيكال بوينت عندها نقطه تحول. كريتيكال بوينت هي بتكون فيرتكس او بوينت اوف سيمتري او نمبر الاكس عنده بيكون انديفايند. ده معنى كريتيكال نقطه تحول في الجراف. يعني لو بنيجي نرسم الجراف كده بس كده، الجراف هنا خدنا ال2 كانت 2 اند 3 2 اند 3 مش كده؟ هنجيب مثلا اف اوف 1 قبليها او اف اوف 3، هنلاقي الفانكشن عامله كده اهو. لا مش من هنا كده، دي ماينس 5 سوري. هنلاقي الفانكشن عامله كده، دي النيجاتيف 5. اعملوا لي كده مود 5 3. you will find only one solution. mode 5 3 of the original function
0.56.
0.56 يعني هنا 2 وهنا 1 1 and كذا اهو. دي 1 and دي كام 1 1 minus 6 يبقى نيجاتيف 5 نيجاتيف 5 يبقى نيجاتيف 10 plus 12 يبقى 1 and 2. وهنا لو كانت 3 وهكذا. ماشي الكلام؟ يبقى الفانكشن عامله كده اهو. graph of the function and this is negative 5 which is y-intercept and this point is the inflection point and the critical number. Okay? x.
مستر يعني دي مش maximum أو minimum؟
لا لا ماكسيموم ولا مينيموم، لكنها تتحول.
تمام.
اوكي طيب you will solve another question alone and I'm going to check the answer and solve it again. Okay, f of x the easier يعني equals x power of 3 minus 3x. Okay, find f dash and f double dash to find critical numbers, and we need the inflection point and the concavity and sketch the graph. Okay, I'll give you 4 minutes to finish it. Okay, find the first derivative which is f dash of x equals
هتبقى 3x power of 2 minus
3x
3.
power 2 minus 3. Okay, factorize it يعني put f dash of x equals 0, then 3x squared minus 3 equals 0, then x squared minus 1 will be 0. When you divide by 3, then x equal positive or negative 1. If you factorize it, difference of 2 squared, or make it x squared equals 1, then x equal positive or negative 1. Okay, then the increasing and the decreasing will be like that. Negative 1 is a critical number and 1 is a critical number. Find f of 0, f of negative 2, 0, and 2. Okay, to find the increasing and decreasing, the multiplicity of the function. Okay, let me check that. Increasing and decreasing. F dash of negative 2, f dash. It's okay. And you compare between x and f dash of x. Add x and f dash of x. You have negative 1 and 1. And you need number less than negative 1 and one number greater than it. Okay, so if when x is negative 2, what about f dash of negative 2? It will be positive. Okay, and 3 times 4 minus 3. The f dash of negative 0, negative 1 is 0, and the critical number. And the tangent at this one is parallel to x-axis. And any number between negative 1 and 1, which is 0. F dash of 0 is negative 3. And any number more than 1, which is 2, for example, on the 2, f dash of 2 is positive. At negative 2 increased, at 0 decreased, the maximum or local maximum, and at 1 is 0, at 2 is positive، يبقى ده تبقى local minimum. اوكي؟ اي حاجه؟ ادي بوزيتيف يا جماعه، بوزيتيف، نيجاتيف،
لا كده تمام يا مستر.
اوكي، ده the monotonicity of the function increasing and decreasing and critical number. Let's find the f double dash of x. Okay, using this one. Okay, so it will be 6x. Then f double dash of x equals 0. When 6x equals 0, then x equals 0. Okay, and we are going to check this number, which is x equals 0. At x equals 0, this point will be inflection point or not. It's okay. So you need another graph of this one, 0. And find -1 before and 1 after, and find f double dash of it. So f double dash of -1 will be 6 times -1 would be -6. So concave down. Okay, and f double dash of 1 will be +6, concave up. So this point is an inflection point. So f of 0 from this one, f of 0, f مش f dash ولا f double dash. هنا جبنا f dash وهنا f double dash. To find the point will be f of 0 from the original one, and to find the critical numbers also, you will find one end or a -1 end and one end from the original one. Okay, so f of 0 will be 0. Then the inflection point will be 0 and 0. تمام يا جماعه؟ Okay, because in the previous interval the function will concave down, and in the next interval will be positive, so it will be concave up. Okay, what about the graph? Find first the critical numbers. Critical numbers, substitute in the original function by x equals positive or -1. The critical numbers, we need the critical points. -1
and
power of
2.
3 is -1 plus 3 is 2. Okay, and at 1 minus 3 is -2. So the critical point. So we can graph the curve. Okay, so you will discover this one when you solve or factorize it as x power of 3 minus 3x equals 0 to find the x-intercept. So x times x squared كده minus 3 equals 0. Then x equal 0 or x equal root positive or negative root 3. Positive negative root 3 1.7 ولا كام؟ Approximately equal 1.7. Then do you have x-intercept at 0? Okay, at 0, and x-intercept at root 3 between 1 and 2, and negative root 3 between -1 and -2, and the numbers. And we have also the critical numbers, which is maximum and minimum, local maximum and local minimum. This is 1 and -2, 1 and -2. And this is -1 and 2. These are critical numbers, critical points. يعني تبقى absolute minimum or absolute maximum. And this is 2, and this is -2 and -1 and 1 and 2. And the graph will be like this. Okay. هنا أهو. And this is the graph of this function by using the inflection point, the local maximum and local minimum. Okay, Hmm. Any problem with this one?
No.
Okay, I'll give you another one. Another question. F of x equals x power of 5 minus 5x plus 7. I'll give you 3 minutes to solve. Okay? كله تمام؟ The critical number negative 1 and 1. Find any number less than negative 1, which is negative 2, and number between them, which is 0. Easier يعني 0. وهنا 2, for example. F of 0 is 7. يبقى increasing هنا. F of negative 2 the negative 32 minus negative تبقى negative يعني decreased يعني local minimum. Okay, 2 يبقى 25 32 minus plus دي positive ولا ايه؟ يبقى negative 2 كده 2 will be positive. هنا negative يا جماعة. Okay, this is negative. قلنا كام negative 2 طلعت كام؟ Again, check the answer please. F dash of negative 2 will be positive, not negative. Positive. عشان 5 times 4 20 يبقى positive. وهنا F dash of 0 is negative 5. F dash of 2 is positive. So it will be critical maximum and this number is critical minimum. هو 1. Critical minimum. Okay. I find F double dash. F double dash of x. Use this one. Which is 20x. يعني f double dash of x equals 0 when x equals 0. Check the inflection point.
مستر
Here.
تبقى 20x power of 3.
Get power of 3. The x equals 0. 20x power of 3 sorry. Or 4. Okay. يبقى the number before it check at negative 1 and check at positive 1. Okay. At negative 1 it will be negative a concave down. At positive 1 it will be positive a concave up. يبقى اجيب f of 0 واجيب من هنا f of negative 1 وهجيب f of 1 to graph. f of 0 from the original function is 7. So the inflection point is 0 and 7. f of negative 1 it will be negative 1 minus 5 plus 7 or positive 1. Okay, and f of 1 will be 1 minus 5 plus 7 تاني ادي دي negative 1 minus plus 5 plus 7 positive 12 and this is 1 minus 5 plus 7 برضه 12 كام 12 لا 3 بتبقى هنا negative 1 and 12 and 1 and 3. Try to graph or sketch the graph يعني as possible. هنا 1 negative 1 and 12 negative 1 and 12 ودي 1 and 3 1 and 3 and inflection point 0 and 7
Mr. -1 and 11.
and 11 good negative 1 and 11. Okay, 11. وهنا 1 and 3. أيوة. 11 plus 3. Okay. 11 plus 3 14 يبقى 7. Okay صح. 0 and 7. negative 1 plus 1 over 2 عشان دي سيمتريك يعني. 1 plus كذا. Okay. طيب يبقى عملنا كده اهو. ادي كونكيف اب وادي كونكيف داون. مش كده ولا ايه؟ تقريبا هتبقى بالمنظر ده كده. اوكي يا جماعه. It's okay. بس كده. That's enough. And I'll give you a question. Another question. f of x equals x power of 3 minus 5x power of 2 minus 24x. Okay, this is the homework. Do you have any question? Any question يا جماعة? Okay, thank you very much. I'm going to see you tomorrow, inshallah.